Blown out because of the high winds and bad weather that we've been having here. You're looking now at the Champs-Élysées here as the crowds are going crazy as the city of Paris is blowing these very deep bass notes announcing that midnight is near. Now we're seeing the Eiffel Tower, and the co-producers of this big production here tonight said that we are going to see the Eiffel Tower dance before the evening is out. They're trying to recreate the sounds of and sights of the tower coming alive. We'll see if that really happens here.
The City of Lights is able to rock.
As we approach midnight, they're setting off fireworks that have taken 3 months to install. Mountain climbers have been working on the Eiffel Tower for 3 months now, and the fireworks will slowly climb up the side of the Eiffel Tower, being launched from 8,000 different positions along the sides of the Eiffel Tower.
Sort of think of this as a shuttle launch with warm-up and then blast-off. And in Rome, they're waiting too with anticipation, counting down.
Counting down at Rome as well for the Pope's Urbi et Orbi message, the message of the Pope to the city and to the world as well. There you see a square at St. Peter's. You see some of the fireworks in the background. Rome, a city which has undergone a major renovation.
Also in Berlin, midnight is nigh. That from the Brandenburg Gate, and elsewhere the Brandenburg Gate, not far from where Ronald Reagan said once upon a time, not very many years ago, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. And that too changed history. There you see the Brandenburg Gate, which stands for so much and speaks so loudly about this period of world history we're in and entering now.
It's coming up on a minute before midnight here, and we're looking at two of the great celebrations, one at Rome, one at Paris. Of course, the Paris one seems to be contained with the great pyrotechnics, as Jim Bitterman told us. They say that the Eiffel Tower will rock. Well, it looks like it's at least going to dance as this thing. It looks like it's going to take off. And in fact, I understand that the fireworks have been pointed downward, aimed downward, in an attempt to make it look as though this is, in fact, a rocket ship.
Well, you know, Joey, we heard Jim Bitterman talking about the mountain climbers. In fact, they had mountain climbers carrying 20,000 light bulbs, scaling that thing to wire this up. 800 strings of lights, 20,000 firework launches over this monument. So what you're seeing here is a warm-up of what is going to be a very dramatic millennial act. And
the clock doesn't work, but I don't think it matters at this point.
Ours does.
Ours does. It's 22 minutes to midnight. I don't know if the folks in Paris can see our clock, but their clock on the Tour de Eiffel does not work at this point, probably caused by the weather problems they had earlier in the week.
And down in the left-hand side of your screen, you see a picture of St. Peter's Square there, where the Pope, as you mentioned, Joey, is going to be talking to those assembled and the world, offering his vision of the new century and the new millennium.
An important message to hear from the Pope, particularly.
There goes the Eiffel Tower.
There we go.
Let's watch.
Pope appearing before the massed crowds there at St. Peter's Square, giving a brief message, his Urbi et Orbi message, one he gives every year at this time. But you are also looking as well the celebration in Paris. We're trying to show you both of these major events happening at the same time, of course, as midnight comes to Western Europe, both in Paris and in Rome, as well as in Berlin, which we'll see in a moment, the excitement there. But this, at the City of Lights, is quite a visual demonstration.
The 110-year-old Eiffel Tower standing as a symbol for Paris, for France, for Europe, and for the world. Some 6 million visitors visit the Eiffel Tower each year. There's a Pretty good restaurant up at the top there, but I don't know that you'd want to go there tonight. It's better just to stand back and take in the show.
I believe it was a record year for France for the Eiffel Tower visitors as well this year. But tonight is the show that they probably all really wanted to see, one in which the Eiffel Tower looks like it's being shaken from its very foundations.
You can see the dark spot there down in the lower, about the third of the way up. That's where the clock was to proclaim the year 2000, but it's taking
quite go that way.
Taking a breather at a critical moment. I think we get the message from the rest of it.
I think people have plenty to look at there at the Eiffel Tower. They would be able to tell that midnight has come to Paris.
And in Paris, as in many other cities, Joey, around the world, very stringent security precautions. The police force granting no days off for this period, actually right on through the 2nd of January, all on duty and being very vigilant. But so far, and we say this cautiously and advisedly, so far as the new year has been rung in around the world, it appears to have been a remarkably peaceful and calm new year, not only on the Y2K front, watching the computers, but also on the subject of public safety.
Looking down to the left-hand corner of your screen, you're seeing again St. Peter's Basilica, the square at St. Peter's, the huge crowds that have amassed there to see the Pope give his Urbi et Orbi message, his message to the city, to Vatican City, and to the world's Catholics, as he speaks about his plans, his thoughts about the new millennium and where the faithful shall travel from here. This is a relatively shorter message that the Pope will give. He will give
Sentado frente a la pantalla panamericana, usted lo disfruta. Observe cómo las imágenes saltan de una ciudad a otra y no nos perdemos nada.
Así es, un espectáculo seguramente que no se va a repetir en nuestras vidas. Celebraciones en Madrid. En cada ciudad la gente han volcado las calles, ¿eh? Impresionante, estamos viendo plazas llenas por donde estén.
Realmente magnífica celebración a lo largo y ancho de toda Europa.
Nuevamente estamos en Suecia.
Kära vänner, gott nytt år!
Gott nytt
Happy
år.
New Year!
Feliz año nuevo.
Skål!
Dice el rey. Y saluda a todos el